Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the floor. Mr. Speaker, we are proposing the idea of registering mail order bride in a context where a Nigerian girl cannot go to the school, cannot go to the cannot go outside of her house because there is a fear in her mind of being shot or being trapped, being wrapped by some kind of terrorist organizations like Boko Haram, or even in our case scenario by her local people, Mr. Speaker. This girl doesn't have a choice to make. This girl is enslaved by her own society, Mr. Speaker. We are talking about a Pakistani girl, Mr. Speaker, who is being enslaved by her own family and forced to marry a man she doesn't even know about, Mr. Speaker. An older man she doesn't even like, and because and forced to marry because this man financially benefit her parents. Basically, to give this girl a chance and this girls a hope to live a better life, we are proposing the idea. And this girl and the state and even her family has failed to provide her the minimum security they need, the minimum respect they need to live in the society, Mr. Speaker. So we are proposing the idea because we want to give this girl a chance to live. We want to give this girl live a better life, Mr. Speaker. While we are talking in favor of our arguments, Mr. Speaker, our opposition has come out with some rebuttals, and first they have to talk about these agencies. The agencies that are working as a medium in this issue are profit driven. Then they talk about these girls being trapped by these agencies. Then they talk about the false these foreign groom might have, and they have talked about being sex slave, and they have talked about social status this girl might face in a foreign land. First, if we talk about the agencies, we have to make it clear that these agencies are not actually social organization or NGO or any kind of social business organization. It's because they are not serving the purpose of the society. They are a true business organization making money out of these issues. Our concern is not actually how they are making money, how much money they are making here. Our only concern here is the purpose we are, the thing we are looking for here are actually being served or not. We want to make ensure that this medium are whether this medium are working successfully or not, whether the transition period or the transportation or to live a better life or to reach a better man these girls are looking for are actually being provided by these agencies or not, whether these agencies are providing the service or not. We are talking about agencies who are being monitored by government regulations, like USA in European countries. Agencies are registered by government and are regulated by government laws and regulations, and are being monitored. So the thing these agencies are doing are actually being monitored. So we cannot question how we actually this is actually making no point because they are actually already being monitored. So moving on to the next thing that they have talked about, they are these girls being trapped by this agency, Mr. Speaker. We are talking about girls who live in Africa and Pakistan. These girls are actually being trapped by their own families, Mr. Speaker. These girls are doesn't have a choice to make in every step of their life. But these girls are unable to make their own choices and unable to speak on even on their family issues. So these girls go to marry a man. This girl go to marry a man, or there is a fear of being honor killing, which we see in many cases in Pakistan. Now, Mr. Speaker, finally, our opposition has talked about all the errors these who might have mistakes, but they have Mr. Speaker conduct a hypothetical scenario where the groom is a psychopath. Actually, the groom is divorced and doesn't have doesn't actually respectful towards women, ill, and blah blah blah. Because they have talked about, they have identified lots of critics. Now we are talking about some girls who are in most of the cases we are seeing in Pakistan, if we consider, for example, most of the girls are being even murdered by their husbands because these girls have made their own choices. And most of the cases we have seen in Nigerian African nations, as in the girls doesn't actually have any choice to make this. So talking about being slave, to talking about being sex slave, or talking about being respected by the society or by their husband is actually happening, taking place in countries like Pakistan and African nations, but not in countries like USA and European nations. So the idea of the idea of living a better life is actually being ensured in countries they are moving to. Misrespect that men they are marrying are financially solvent, can provide them the security they need, and there is a very chance that these men are actually providing the respect these women need, because they are actually already know where these women are coming from. So the idea of being respected, the idea of having security, and the idea of having financial solvency, everything is actually being ensured in a country like US and European countries, not in countries like Africa and Pakistan, etc. So from this side of the house, we have shown you how this girl have a chance to live, and how the government is actually being beneficial from this transaction, because they do not have to deal with issues that happen, deal with issues like terrorist issues, like we have seen in Kenya and Nigeria. They do not, as they have, as the state has totally failed to ensure the security these girls need, and we see no probability that the state will in near future will provide the security that these girls need to live in the society. So the idea of being transferred to another nation and being married to another man who have financial solvency and provide security to this woman is actually acceptable here, because um, the, in current scenario that society they are living in right now doesn't even guarantee her life security. So we are proposing the idea, because we want to give this girl a reason to live. We want to give this girl a hope to live, and so the motion should pass the house. Thank you.